Welcome back to the Modern Mompreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Day Smith, and today, yes, it is a solo episode, so you just get your girl Day on in front of Simplicity by Day, the productivity coach who is very much focused on operational efficiency and making sure that you have order in your life, in your business, and in your work. And so this podcast is, of course, all about the modern mompreneur, the mompreneur who is, in fact, um, raising a family and building a business simultaneously and doing it in her own way. I welcome all mompreneurs and dadpreneurs and just female entrepreneurs who are thinking about starting a family, but they're running a business, or raising a family and thinking about running a business, all the things. These are your people. We're your people. We're your community. And I'm always encouraged around bringing content to light to help you to be more purposeful, more productive, obviously, more profitable. Okay, right? We're trying to build wealth over here, but also have more peace in life. And I feel like peace comes sometimes through awareness and knowing more about yourself, what your strengths are, what your areas of opportunities are, when you need to automate, delegate, regroup, reset, rest, all the things, just awareness. And so one of the things that I love talking about um, is, your superpowers. Like, what do you have within you that helps you to be different, show up differently, serve differently? The gift that you have within you that no one else has, right? The reason why you are special and unique, and why you are purposed to do the thing that you desire to do. And so today, I got my coffee. We are talking about your productivity superpower. And so this is, really my lane, because I'm all about being productive and organized, obviously, as a professional organizer and productivity coach. But what I find when I'm working with clients is that we all have these unique ways of doing things. And I remember years ago when when I was in pharma sales, still in pharma sales, but when I started off, we got a lot of training on our personality, whether it was Myers-Briggs or DISC, or now people talk a lot about your enneagrams, just awarenesses about your personality and how you operate. And so taking that experience and coupling with, my work as a productivity coach, I've developed 4 distinct productivity superpowers. And so I'm going to tell you about those. I'm going to help you identify those for yourself and then give you some tools so that you can, in fact, use these to really leverage in your life, in your business, to be more purposeful again, productive and profitable, and have more peace. And so I'm going to give you what I call the productivity formula, and help you to really discover your untapped potential. So I'm going to share a story with you. Okay. You ready? All right. She has the ring. The date is set. Now all that's left for this bride is planning the wedding. Probably the most stressful part. Um, Now, many of you may remember a time when you were planning a huge event, right? Leading a team or building a business, or participating in a stressful group exercise. Same type of energy. How many of you felt like, if you can listen and relate, completely overwhelmed and a tremendous amount of stress, right? And as a bride at the time, that bride, she was thinking, what do I need to do to get this done, right? So she gathered her core team. Okay, we all got a core team. For her core team was her mom, her mother-in-law, and her older sister. And she told everybody, let's meet up at the bridal shop to get the dress for the wedding. So as the bride, she was trying on dresses and had everyone there. Everybody was sipping their champagne, chit-chatting, laughing, reminiscing. And she realized at the dress shop that every member of her core team had a different way of doing things. Okay. Her mom, well, she preferred to just get everybody's opinion. She was texting the other sisters and aunts and asking what did they wear, or looking online to see what other people wore. Her sister, she took charge. She thought it was her wedding. Okay. She basically was telling everybody else what to do, and who got one of those sisters, right? If you listen and you're like, oh, I know who that is, right? And then the mother-in-law, she had no concept of a budget and had all these big plans, all these big plans. And so the bride, she just was sitting there like trying to process all the details, make it make sense, trying to think in her head, okay, if we do this, how is it going to look? Boom, boom, boom. And so at the end of the dress shopping, she felt like her head was spinning. She was more stressed than when she walked in, trying to consider everyone's opinion and how they communicated. She was stressful. It was hard because she didn't get to accomplish anything that day, really. She had more questions than when she walked in than when she walked out. Or then she had more questions walking out than when she had walked in. So I'm gonna let you on a little secret. That bride was me. The bride was me. I had that experience. And I was planning my wedding, and whether or not you plan the wedding, you could this situation applies to anyone if you're working in a business or building a team or even planning an event. As a CEO, as a mompreneur, as a professional that you're leading, you have goals to achieve, and so you have to be aware of how all these personalities work together. Even if you're a stay-at-home mom, and you got to realize how the dynamics of your family works and who comes in to help out and all the things, all of these things are important because they impact you, how productive you are. They impact your purpose. They impact your profitability. Okay. And so now let's go back to the core team. So I realized there were 4 distinct types. Okay. There was my mom. She is in a sense, she's someone who's very collaborative. She considers everyone's opinions and feelings. She likes to work as a team. She sometimes struggles with decision making because she doesn't want to affect others. She wants to consider groups. And group discussions energizes her. She's like, let's get so and so on the phone, open dialogue. Let's have a social conversation. She likes to check in. She feels like those are more productive. And that is what I call a collaborator or a green. So if you resonated with my mom's prototype, remember the word collaborator and the color green. Okay, now my sister, she knew exactly what she wanted to do and who needs to do it. She's a delegator. Okay, an idea comes to her, she probably thinks about who can do it. Right. She's a leader and she doesn't mind making quick decisions. Let's go. She likes to be brief and given directions. She basically told me what dress fit my body type and which did not and which was in season and which all the things. She was very directive. And so she's a delegator, somebody who I call a blue, right? So if you relate to my sister, think of the word delegator and the color blue. And then my mother-in-law, bless her heart, she's a visionary of the group. She had these grand ideas, but really no depth on how it's going to get done, insight around how it would work, or who's going to pay for it, right? She just had these big dreams. She preferred to think big picture, more abstract, okay? Details were not as important to her. So if you feel like this is you relate to my mother-in-law, think of the word visionary and think of the color purple, okay? Keep that in mind. And then there's me, the bride, who got details for days, okay? I need time to consider all the options and then make a strategic decision. It served me well in business, but that's my personality. I was struggling at this bridal shop. I was like, let's try one more dress. What's the material? What accessories to complement this? What kind of shoes am I going to wear? All the things. So that is what I describe as someone who is strategic and a pink. So if you resonate with me and how I think of the word strategic and the color pink. So we got 4 colors that align to 4 different productivity superpowers. So remember that you got you got green collaborator, you have blue delegator, you have purple strategic, and you got purple visionary and pink strategic. Hope I didn't confuse y'all. So if you identify with one, then That's your superpower. So let's take it back to running a business or navigating a career or building a team and how this all relates. You can see yourself in this, but then you may be able to see others. So I knew who my mom, sister, mother-in-law were. Like I identify, oh, this is how she moves, this is how she works. You can do the same for the people that you're around as well. You can say, okay, this is how my executive assistant works, my boss, my counterparts, my husband, my wife, whatever. You can plot them on the matrix of the superpowers and figure out what their colors are. Um, and it also helps reveal to you why some projects, some assignments, you knock them out of the park. They are easy for you. And then some things you crash and burn. And it's because working in these environments with these tasks, with these people, either energize you or deplete you. And let me just be clear, there's nothing wrong with the way you work. There's nothing wrong that a green wants to collaborate. That's a great thing. There's nothing wrong that a strategic pink person needs to think through things a little bit more. It's just different. And so once we realize our differences, our unique superpowers, and can identify others, it makes things run so much smoother, and it helps make the team even better, the family unit even better, the business even better. So let's talk about how you can leverage each of your styles. So if you were blue, I'm talking to you. Okay, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna talk to the greens first, because I mentioned that's my mom, the collaborator. Because you have a collaborative spirit, okay, your superpower is inclusivity. Okay, you can ask who's going to be affected. Like that comes to mind to you early, which is great. Considering other people, being considerate. Um, I've helped people with this superpower leverage, and know their limits, right? And also learn to be a decision maker a little bit quicker, and trusting their intuition, so they don't have to feel like they have to go outside or get the group think to make a decision. They can trust their own. So I have helped the green personality with that to be more productive. Now, blues, again, with the delegators, that's my sisters. Her superpower was she was decisive and a direct communicator. So when you have teams that you need to keep on task, or you need to empower others to step up, blues do this very well. And so I've partnered with blues on explaining the why, because sometimes they give direction without the why, and people may feel some kind of way, they may not deliver. They have to explain the why to them so that the person on the other end can actually deliver and complete the task. And I help them with taking a moment before they commit to a decision to gather some details. Because again, they are quick decision makers, which is great sometimes, but sometimes you have to just kind of say, wait a minute, let me think about who this affects, or who's going to do this. Do I have the capacity? Does my team have the capacity to do it? Now, the next color is purple, visionary. These are my big thinkers, my abstract ideators. This superpower is by far the one who really knows how to flex the imagination and the ability to develop innovative ideas. I love me some purples on my team because I'm so strategic and detail oriented. Sometimes I get in the weeds. They are really good at like thinking of big ideas. I have this, but not like a visionary, not like an ideator, abstract person does. So when I coach purple people eaters, it involves me helping them create plans, really inform structure around their ideas from start to finish. That's why we work so well together, because they have their big idea and I got the strategy to put it in there and make it happen for them. So if you resonate with purple, that's kind of what you want to focus on. And then pink, my people, pink. Obviously, I chose pink because, that's my color. Pinks are strategic people. Strategy and planning are definitely our superpowers, okay? We have the ability to take details, all the details, process them, and make it make sense. Put it in a plan, put it in a Asana board, put it in a Trello board, assign people due dates, blah, 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 the details. We can do that masterfully. So I coach myself and other pinks on overcoming paralysis by analysis. Because sometimes too much can harm you. Too much details, you get caught in the weeds and you're like, I just need to act. So I help coach them on acting and not overwhelming other people with all the details, but keeping it simple when getting things done, because some people don't need all the details like the blues and the purples to get things done. So I coached them on that. So as you can see, there are benefits and areas of opportunities for each productivity superpower, productivity persona, but all are equipped and they make the team better. A powerful team would have all four of these to some degree to contribute their ideas to planning an event, building a business, leading a project, planning a wedding, right? So in my wedding process, I needed my mom to be the voice reminding me who else to invite to the wedding, or asking my spouse how I felt about something. I got tunnel vision. She was the voice in my head because she's a collaborator helping me see others' perspectives. I needed my sister who knew everyone in the city and who to go to get things done, because she delegated, she knew everyone. I could say, do you know a photographer? I think she actually helped me find my photographer, a videographer, and what the dress shop to go to. She probably gave me all the recommendations because she knew how to delegate and be resourceful. And my mother-in-law, having only sons, this was the first time she probably had a chance to plan a wedding outside of her own. And so she had these beautiful imaginative ideas, and she had just been storing them up, waiting to use them. I like that because I wasn't thinking like that. And so bringing her perspective was really special because, and then I was the coordinator, right? The planner. I could bring it all together with my coordinator to make it happen. So as a productivity coach, creating order that you can sustain is what I'm all about. Creating orders that you can sustain. And I'm focused on helping people identify what's their superpower, how can you leverage it to be more productive, purposeful, and profitable, and have peace in your life and among your team, and what you shouldn't be doing, and who else you need on your core team to get it done. With this, you learn to free yourself from the guilt. Listen to me closely. Free yourself of the guilt of not doing something a certain way, or feeling shameful about needing to hire someone to help you with something that literally depletes you. You don't like to do it. It doesn't feel good. It's something that you procrastinate on. Knowing your superpower allows you to free yourself from the shame and the guilt around having to do that, because that is not within your wheelhouse spiritually, emotionally, productively. That's a word. And so you actually will go further and faster on purpose when you are self-aware and have that awareness to tap into your superpower, validate your superpower, and validate the superpowers of others so that you can truly level up in every single part of your life. And so I hope that you took away what your superpower is, how to leverage it, and where you need to add people into your life to help you to go to that next level. And so with that, I'll close with saying, if you want more information about discovering your superpower or any support around how you can leverage it, let's have a conversation. Because again, I am here to help you really identify that, hone in, get the people around you, and make progress towards your goals and your purpose and your passions, all the things. And so I want to leave you with that, mompreneurs. Just know that you are amazing and you have a superpower that you need to learn how to flex and leverage and get those people around you that's going to help you go to the next level. So I want to just encourage all my fellow mompreneurs to continue to pour into yourself, continue to dream, continue to give yourself permission to live your best life and give all you can, because you never know who you're going to impact on the other end. So with that, thank you guys for listening today. I hope that this episode serves you well. If you enjoyed it, share it with someone else. Like, share, subscribe, leave a review on your favorite podcasting platform or on our YouTube channel. And if you want to connect with me, I am around. You can always connect with me at meetwithday.com and we can have a conversation, or feel free to follow me on all the platforms at Simplicity by Day. Until next time, y'all be blessed. Have a great day, and I will see you and talk to you soon.